Hello everyone, welcome back. Today let's see the essential baking equipments. So the most important equipment is kitchen weighing scale. If you are going to buy one important baking tool, I would strongly recommend weighing scale because suppose if you are baking a cupcake which requires 60 grams maida, 50 grams sugar. So if you accidentally use more flour or less liquid, the final texture can completely change. So weighing scale is very important tool in baking. One of the most important tools I recommend for every beginner baker is kitchen weighing scale. Baking depends on accurate measurements and weighing scale allows us to measure our ingredients precisely and consistently. This helps us to get more reliable results every time we bake. Second one is measuring cups and spoons. Even though we prefer grams for accuracy, measuring spoons are still very useful, especially for small quantities such as baking powder, vanilla essence, pinch of salt. A small difference in leveling agents can affect how much the cake rises. That's why measuring spoons should be used properly rather than estimating. Mixing bowls. You need at least 2 bowls for many recipes. One can be used for dry ingredients and other for wet ingredients. For example, bowl 1 maida plus sugar plus baking powder plus salt. Bowl 2 milk plus oil plus vanilla. Then we combine them. Fourth one is balloon whisk. A balloon whisk is useful for mixing wet ingredients, combining sugar and liquids, breaking up small lumps, incorporating some air. But remember, whisking and folding are not same thing. Once flour is added to our cup batter, we will generally use a spatula and gently fold rather than vigorously whisking. Another one is spatula. A silicone spatula is extremely useful. We use it for folding flour into batter, scraping the sides of the bowl, getting all the batter out, mixing delicate batters gently. Baking tin, cupcake tray. For cupcakes, we can use a cupcake muffin tray, silicone cupcake molds, individual aluminum or paper liners. The container affects the way heat reaches the batter, so the same recipe can bake differently in different molds. Oven, OTG. For serious baking, an OTG is preferable to an air fryer because it gives us more control over temperature, top and bottom heating, rack position, baking space. Your air fryer is still useful for practical experiments, but when we move into bread, cakes and advanced baking, we will learn using an OTG as well. Instead of using air fryer, we can also use kadai, but it takes more time to bake compared to air fryer or OTG. Since today my main focus is to explain the equipments, I don't want to jump into another complicated cake recipe. Instead, we will do simple practical experiment. Measuring accuracy experiment. Take half cup maida, measure it in 2 ways. Method 1, spoon the flour directly into the measuring cup. Method 2, place your bowl on a weighing scale and measure exactly 60 grams of maida. Then compare the two measurements. Why are we doing this? Because half cup flour does not always weigh exactly the same amount depending upon how the flour is packed into the cup. This is one reason professional recipes often use grams. I wanted to conclude with what we learned today. Today we learned that baking isn't it only about having an oven. The tools we use also affect accuracy and consistency. Among all the equipments, a weighing scale is one of the most useful investment for a beginner baker because accurate measurements help us reproduce the same result accurately. For watching, please subscribe for more such videos.